Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown Analysis for Thursday, the 23rd of November 2023. We'll be breaking down charts on the exact zones where price will close above potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the daily candle for Wednesday. Now the daily has been bullish, respected the week daily support formed on Tuesday. Also when looking at the weekly time frame, the weekly candle's breaking its own high. So now it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the weekly candle plays out, since we have a rejection formed from the last weekly candle. Also, to be honest, this rejection kind of made sense on the monthly time frame, because if you put a line to where this rejection formed and go back on monthly, on the left, what do we see? We have a rejection wick formed on a monthly time frame where the candle formed a resistance back in November 2015. So now to break down the chart and going back to the daily, the most recent price action, more likely the daily will be closing bullish. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, and what we can see here. So we have the most recent 4-hour support formed around 186.490. The most recent 4-hour resistance on the left formed around 187.080. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, and now we have a new range on the hourly. So what we're going to do here is we're going to adjust this line. So we can adjust the level of support based on hourly time frame around 186.410. Level of resistance remains the same. Dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, we have a same level of support. Resistance as well, more likely will be the same. And then we're looking on a 50-minute time frame as well. We have a same level of support. Yeah, we do have this 15-minute support in here, but then when you look on the, let's say on the hourly, that kind of look decent to look for sells below 186.410. So now to identify the no trade zone, and the first thing we can see, since we have identified this 4-hour resistance, we need to allow for price some sort of a range to consolidate before breaking out of the range. So for potential buys, ideally is to wait for price to break and close above 187.080, above the 4-hour resistance formed on the left here. The potential sells could be below 186.410, below this hourly support, meaning price will be breaking out of this recent 4-hour consolidation zone. So this is going to be the no trade zone. And now to look for potential buys. Going back to the daily, the first thing we can see on the daily is the next potential target here on the daily time frame is we have a daily resistance formed around 188. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame, and now we have a 4-hour resistance around 187.580. Looking at the hourly time frame, zooming in and looking on the left, and what do we see? Also, we have another hourly. Let's have a look on. Actually, we have an hourly resistance around 187.440, but we have a decent hourly resistance where price failed to continue bullish. Looking at the 30-minute time frame as well, so that's the same range really. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have the first target for buys could potentially be 187.580, targeting this 4-hour resistance. The second target for buys, now let's have a look. We have a daily resistance around 187, let's say 188 actually. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame. Looking on the left, what do we see? Let's go to the most recent price action. So we do have a 4-hour resistance. Looking at the hourly, we have an hourly resistance as well. And then we'll drop it down to the 5-minute time frame. This is a range really. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have the second target for buys at 188, targeting the daily resistance formed on the 15th of November 2023. And now to look for potential sells, and going back to the daily. So the first target we can see here is easy to identify here actually. We have a daily support around 185.560. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame. Let's have a look on the most recent price action. We have a 4-hour support around 185.820. Drop it down to the hourly time frame. We have an hourly support around 185.820 as well. Looking at the 5-minute time frame as well, that's the same level of support. On the 50-minute time frame, the same level of support. So what we're going to do here is, I would say the first target, let's have a look. That's kind of decent. So I'd say the first target for sells. So we do have this 4-hour resistance around 186.070. Drop it down to the hourly time frame. We have an hourly resistance. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, 5-minute resistance. What we're going to do here is we're going to have the first target for sells at 186.070, targeting this previous 1-hour resistance. The second target for sells, now let's have a look again on the daily. So we have this daily support around 185,580. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame. We have a 4-hour support around 185,750. Looking at hourly, that's the hourly support as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the second target for sales at 185,750, targeting the bottom of this hourly support.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.